guys, so this is Louie, and a lot of you will remember him if you've been watching for a while. He's in some of my videos. We are going to talk about the video that I promised a long time ago, what it's like working in a haunted house. I've worked at 3 haunted houses before, and Louie has worked at one with me. We have the common denominator is the second one that I worked at. He was also in that, and we continue to work there. So we're going to talk about that experience. Before we start, I just want to tell you a horrific, embarrassing story that happened to me at the first place that we worked at. We were a lot younger. We were like 12, 13.
I don't know what you're going to say.
You weren't even there. You don't even know. It was so horrifically embarrassing. Thank God I was wearing a mask. I would not be able to walk around again.
Was this cat there?
No. Nobody was there except for a group. Okay, so basically, long story short, first haunted house I worked at, it was in the woods, and I wore a mask, and I was completely unrecognizable when I was like 13, like just short, whatever. And so it wasn't scary at all. And so a group of people, that came through, the haunted attraction, were coming through, and I, for some reason, was up, I worked in the woods, so it was like there was a pathway and then woods on either side, and on one side was like a hill, and I was up on the hill getting something from a prop or something, and I saw a group coming, and it was kind of rainy and stuff, and I saw a group coming, and there's a lot of black, plastic that we put on the sides, and some of it had been ripped off, and it was on the ground, so I start running down to approach the group, and I slipped on the black, went sort of, flying down the hill. They all saw me. They were standing there. Just looking. I don't know. I think they thought it was a bit. She's flying through the woods. So I was literally absolutely falling completely, being dragged down, and I just tumbled to the bottom, and I just sort of got up, brushed myself off, and ran to another spot. And they kept going. They should have applauded that because that's an incredible feat. But it was completely embarrassing. Anyway, so now we can start.
Story.
He has a story real quick. We're going to go there too.
It's not really a story.
This is it,
One time, I was in a haunted house, and people would come around a corner and I would scare them. And I loved it so much to see, I could see them coming, and I would try to get, the really big guys to get scared. So there was this woman with her husband, and she came around the corner, and I wanted to scare her so bad. And she was like, ah! Okay, no. Okay, I peed myself. And she was like, I need to leave. And I was like, I really peed myself. I have to go. Where's the exit? And I was so taken back.
Where do you go?
She was like, ah! Okay, I peed myself. I have to go.
Completely broke the character of being scared. Oh my god. So this is what it's like. This is what it's completely dangerous to work at haunted houses. Can I just say that?
When they come drunk.
And the people who work there could also be drunk. I'm just saying. So it's basically, you could have a horrific accident. I've said horrific about 5 times.
Horrific.
That's the word to describe haunted houses.
Horrific haunted houses. That's the title of the video.
I'll put that as a horrific haunted house experience. So yeah, it's completely dangerous. I have probably you'll get bruised up working there, right?
I got the flu. Really?
Why?
I was working, they worked us so long in this haunted house.
And it rains a lot.
And it was raining, and I was in I had my own little section in it, and I was on the floor a lot. I guess I was inhaling all the dust, and then I got the flu. The swine flu. Well, they wouldn't tell me it was the swine flu, but they treated me.
Don't get that in writing.
That's a tangent. We can cut that
out. Should we talk about the perverts?
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
Is it safe to say that working at a haunted house is pretty much hours of just sexual harassment, or is that overstepping?
I think that's over. Maybe as a...
You have a different experience, yeah.
But it was also different. They do touch you, even if they're not supposed to.
Yeah. Often when they're not,
and if you don't touch them, they'll often yell he touched me.
He punched me in the face.
You don't.
He stabbed me in the stomach with a knife. They'll say those things.
It sucks when they want to leave, because you're no.
Because they're scared. Oh yeah, because they're scared.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
I want to scare you.
You could just lead them into another room and be it's that way, and then it's another scare, and then they just pass out.
Bitch.
Oh my god. Let's see, what else? We had, because we do different things. Well, I used to do, I was a plant. I wasn't like a tree. Whenever I say I was a plant, they're like, "Oh, that's interesting. Is that a unique sort of new modern thing?" No, I would pretend to lose my group and then I would run
been so fun to do that.
Oh my god, it was incredible. I didn't dress up in a costume or anything. I was scary on my own appearance, and I would run into a group and be like, with another friend, and I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, we lost our group. Can we come with you guys?" And they'd be like, "Sure, yeah." And they'd like hold our hands and stuff, and like we'd go with them, and then we would like. This was kind of sick. Another like cast member who was working there, who was being scary, would like come over and like bash our head in with something or whatever, and people would freak out. And
or you got your head cut off.
Yeah, cut off. And then like when we didn't get our head cut off, because that's like a dead giveaway that it's obviously staged. But when we would just get hit in the head or something, like or dragged away somewhere, we would have people call the police and stuff, which was weird. The police never showed though, so I guess they were doing other things.
They were plants.
Or maybe they
plants
were
within
plants.
a plant.
Wait, I want to talk about the people who go through and they're like,
"Oh, you love the guy." Yeah, I was gonna say the husbands who go through, or like the big macho men, are like, "Oh, they're so scary," and they try to play it off like they're not. But it's so rewarding.
It is
when they break and you scare them,
sound
and you
like
can
a
tell.
girl. Yeah.
Or they're like, "Ah!" And they're like, "Just kidding." Like, no,
you're not scary.
You were scared.
scared.
But it's so rewarding when they fall down from their pedestal of superiority of manliness into the ocean of womanly scared. No, I don't want to sound like.
Is that sexist?
There's something liberating about being in a mask. You've never tried it.
Liberating in also a dangerous way.
Yeah. You lose your voice.
Yeah.
I lose my voice.
Is there anything else, or is that?
I don't know anything you can.
There's tons of other things, but I can't really think of anything.
Any other
specific.
stories you want to tell?
There are many stories that I can't even. Are there any other? Do you have any other stories? I'm not going to get into too much details about what actually happened, but basically there was a group of us that worked at this one part, and we got really bored and we decided to play like Truth or Dare, but just with Dare, because when you play Truth or Dare, you only just do the Dare.
It's exciting.
What's the point? So we would dare each other to do something when the next group came along, and so like, one of the girls who was like 27, so she wasn't under 18 or anything. Okay, so we dared her. Well, she kind of dared herself to, and she was a little bit not all there. So she dared herself to she had on these overalls, and she dared herself to take off her shirt. And so she went out and only. I think I'm gonna edit all this out.
Say it anyway. I want to hear.
Let's say it anyway. So she went out and she took off her shirt, and she had the overalls on or whatever. So she would go out and be like, "Ah." And people would be like, "Ah," and they wouldn't even notice because they're like, she comes out and you're kind of not really paying attention. And then I think she took her bra off.
That's so funny.
I think she took the suspenders part off too.
So, and then there was this girl who was in my part of the haunted house, and I forgot what movie it is. Oh God, someone in the comments is probably gonna call me out on it.
Yeah.
There's some scary movie. It's like a hillbilly hick movie, and it's weird. I've seen parts of it. So she would go up to the people from behind, and particularly the men and women, but big men she'd do it to, and she'd go up and whisper and go, "I'm gonna make you squeal like a piggy," and then she'd make pig noises as she pretend to hump them from behind, and if they'd look back, she'd be humping and they were scared. The men would be like, "That's not funny. Get away!
Funny.
Get the fuck away! That's scary. That's a weird chick. You're crazy."
It's a weird chick.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, there's a weird chick going on.
Yo, look at that chica. She's weird.
Oh my God, this is a weird haunted house. Yeah, keep that in mind. It was.
Yeah, they're all weird in their own way. But this one, these don't have animatronics.
No, it's all actors.
So
and people who work there were all actors.
Yeah, and
also.
so it's a lot of actors, and we all got into it.
I
used to get too into it, where I would scare myself a little. I would just start laughing cynically, and I wouldn't stop even when they left the room. I wouldn't still be laughing.
All right, well, I guess that's. I can't think of anything else, and I've probably said too much. So that is the video on haunted house experience, what it's like working there. Thanks for watching.
Bye.